to make up Unit 2 quizzes. I am so happy to see you guys show up on time. I see here James, Lily, Andre, Joycelyn, Daniel, Taraji. I encourage you guys to stay. The session is going to be really helpful for some people who have already aced my class and have aced. It is going to be a good review for you. For those who need some credits for grades, it is going to be a good session for you to bring your grades up, right? But the condition is join Nearpod so you can earn credits. If you're not going to join Nearpod, it is going to be hard for me to give you credits. That is the deal. Daniel, Gabby, Taraji, Lily. Yeah, Gabby, go for it. Let me know what is your good question, dear. Taraji, send me pictures of your work. The principal's gonna ask me how your student got these credits. I gotta show her. Send me pictures, Taraji, of your work. Right? Jacob, welcome to class. Jacob, I'm so glad you joined. Jacob, Michael, I am so happy that you're all joining. Enjoy Nearpod. Gabby, feel free to type your question. I've been waiting that you're gonna hop on the mic, but feel free to type it. Absolutely, Gabby. Use the link to redo the TFAR or use the Nearpod link to redo the TFAR. Any way works, right? Gabby, got it? Use the TFAR link or use the Nearpod link. Here we are. Joycelyn already got started. People I see in Nearpod who are earning credits right after the session is Daniel. I see Michael J. Michael, slide needs to be active. Show me all the work. Joycelyn at 100% already. Roxella. These are my people who are going to earn credits, and I know Taraji is going to do on paper and share her work. Anybody else? I don't see in Nearpod, so if you are going to be in Nearpod, yeah, Jacob, I see you in Nearpod. So you will be earning credits. Let's get started. We want to solve this two-step equation. 4x plus 3 equals 35. Step 1, always get rid of your constant. Constant is the number by itself. It doesn't have a variable. Jacob, Daniel, Michael, we want to have actively working slides. I see Daniel has an actively working slide. Jacob does. We want to first get rid of the constant. That is plus 3. How do we get rid of this constant? I am waiting to hear from you. What is the opposite? What is the inverse of adding 3? Jacob, you tell me. Daniel, I know you very bright. Oh, Daniel already typed in the chat. Say minus. Yes. Plus 3 opposite is minus 3. Roxella, I know I saw you in your slide. You know it is going to be minus 3. Very good, Roxella. So we do minus 3. So plus 3 minus 3 becomes a 0. But on our right side, 35 minus 3 gives us 32. 35 minus 3 gives us 32, and we bring down our 4x. Now we want to get rid of the coefficient. Coefficient is 4. How will we get rid of the coefficient 4? Raya, welcome to class. Join Nearpod if you want to be earning credits. Michael J, I don't see an actively working slide. It will be hard for me to give you any credits. I see Daniel, Jacob, Joycelyn, Roxella. These are the people earning credits at this time. I have 4x equals 32. How do I get rid of the 4? Daniel, any ideas? Jacob, any ideas? 4x means 4 times x. What is the inverse of times? Very good, Roxella. Very good. Roxella says divide both sides by 4. Very good, very good. Joycelyn, you also have very strong memory about how to solve two-step equations. Very good. Divide both sides by 4. So 4x divided by 4 will give you 1x. And 32 divided by 4 will give you how much? I am waiting. 32 divided by 4. Jacob is earning credits. Daniel is. Roxella is. Michael J. You are here but not working. It's not going to help. I'm reminding you, even in my live class, if we are not working, it's not going to help. Crystal, welcome to class. Crystal, join Nearpod, dear. Crystal, it's going to really help you. Crystal, I have open office today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Please join. Tell me in the chat you will join. Crystal. Right? So we can catch up on a lot of work together. I do not like to overburden you, right? Michael? Okay, Michael. I received your message. Perfect, perfect. And Roxella says then 32 divided by 4 is 8. Jacob says it is 8. Joycelyn says it is 8. Right? It is 8. 1x is 8. And normally mathematicians just like to say x, not 1x. So x will equal 8. Okay. Michael, send me pictures of your work, right? After class. Crystal, join Nearpod. Crystal. Andromeda, join Nearpod. In this way, you'll be earning credits. How do you send pictures, Michael? Send pictures at this number. 832-819-1084. Send pictures of your work at this phone number or email it to me. Note it. This is my email address and this is my phone number. Anything works. Yeah, Michael, that works. Perfect, perfect. Let's go ahead and move on. Crystal, I see you in Nearpod. Let me note down your name. Here we are with this next equation. It is going to be solved using the same strategy. Everybody get started. Step 1, get rid of your constant. Get rid of your constant. Constant is the number by itself. Constant is 7. How will we get rid of the plus 7? Let me see what Jacob gonna tell me. We want to get rid of the constant plus 7. Daniel, yes. Daniel, you very smart. You remember. Crystal, I want to see you in Nearpod, Crystal. So, absolutely correct. There's a plus 7. We should do inverse of plus 7. I see you, Crystal. We should do minus 7. And we should do that on both sides. Joycelyn, you are very fast and I agree to your work. Roxella, very good. So, a plus 7 and minus 7 becomes a 0. 0. Right? And on our left side, you will have negative 4m. Think about how much is this side. How much is going to be negative 5 minus 7? Let's see who will tell us. How much is negative 5 minus 7? Andromeda, you also share with us. I note down your name. So I have here Crystal, Daniel, Andromeda, Jacob, Joycelyn, Roxella. Taraji gonna send pictures. Andre, I don't see your work. Let's see. How much is negative 5 minus 7? Roxella, very good. Joycelyn, very good. I agree to your answer. It is gonna be negative 12. Roxella, you are very strong at math. You have very precise calculations. Then we want to get rid of our coefficient. Coefficient is negative 4. So divide both sides by -4. So you will have m by itself. And I use a fraction bar to show division. Divide both sides by -4. -4m divided by -4 leaves you with 1m or m by itself. Think about 12 divided by 4. Crystal, Daniel, Jacob, Roxella. 12 divided by 4. How much is it going to be? We have more people joining, and that is Jasmine and Robert. Here's the link to the Nearpod. We are practicing two-step equations. If you need more practice, absolutely. Jasmine, if you are going to practice with us, I can definitely let your math teacher know that you were here and she can add credits to your math grade. Jasmine, remember, Miss Travis handles your grade book. But if you will participate, Jasmine, I can let her know that you were here. Here's the link to the Nearpod. Please join and show us your work. So 12 divided by 4. Jocelyn got the answer. What about others? Yes, Crystal, you got the answer too. I see 3. Very good, Crystal. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. -12 divided by -4 is also 3, right? Because both are negative numbers. When you divide two negative numbers, the answer is positive. It's 3. No problem, Robert. No problem. Here we have the next question. This is a word problem about two-step equations. Let's see how you will write down a two-step equation out of it. So Freddie spent $56.07 on 4 pair of jeans at the store. Total spend $56.07 on 4 pairs of jeans. His cost included $4.15 of sales tax. How much did each pair of jeans cost before sales tax was added? You can do mathematically, but I want to see algebraically, right? Write down an equation in terms of x and show me how you will solve it. So we know something something should equal 56.07, right? Go think about the other terms in the equation. Joycelyn, I agree to you. Very good, Joycelyn. Wanna write down a two-step equation, everybody? Try to write down a two-step equation out of it. There are 4 pairs of jeans. 4 pairs of jeans. Which will have the variable x? Think about it. Will 4 have the variable x or 415 will have the variable x if you want to complete writing this equation? You want to complete writing this two-step equation. I see here Crystal, Daniel, Jacob, you guys are actively working. I see Joycelyn, Robert, Roxella actively working. Let me see where you guys want to think about planning to put the x. Roxella, I agree to your equation, you know. You're not only completing the Nearpod, but you're showing me excellence. That's Roxella. Daniel, what about you? What are you thinking about? Robert, very good, Robert. I agree to you. Jacob, let's see, I can help you out. So, tax is a one-time amount, will not have a variable. Tax is a one-time amount, right? And then there are 4 pairs of jeans. 4x. There's 4 pairs of jeans. 4x. We do not know the price of the jeans. 4x. Jacob. So x goes with 4. Crystal, very good. Daniel, very good. Robert, very good. And this is how the equation will look like. Then we can divide it into two parts. Get rid of the constant first. And you guys were talking about subtracting the constant. Yes, $4.15 will be subtracted from both sides. $4.15 will be subtracted. So we get rid of our constant. Now on the left side, you have 4x equals, you guys tell me how much does that equal? Elias, welcome to class. Elias, join Nearpod. Elias, join Nearpod. Welcome, welcome. You joined a little late. Subtract 56.07 minus 4.15. I see Joycelyn got it. And Joycelyn, this is what I got. Jacob, this number is 56.07. Jacob, right? This number equals 56.07. Make sure you have the right numbers so we end up getting some right answers. So 56.07 minus 415. No problem, Elias. So make sure you set an alarm, Elias, for Thursday and Friday. Thursday at noon, Friday at 9:30, so you don't miss. When I subtracted, I got $51.92. I subtracted $56.07 and $4.15. Yeah, Robert also got that. Joycelyn, I agree to the cost of your pair of jeans. Yes. Very good, Roxella. Very good. Then divide both sides by 4. After taking away the tax, it will tell you the cost of one pair of jeans. Roxella, very good. Elias, very good. Very good. That is called mastery. I agree to you. Each is going to be $12.98. Right? $12.98. First, we subtracted the tax, then we divided by 4, and it gives you the cost of one pair of jeans. Jacob, very good. Daniel, yes. Crystal, very good. Andromeda, very good. I see all the details of your work. Jasmine, I don't see an actively working slide. Yes, Jacob, yeah, then you divide by 4. You take away the text, then you divide by 4. Eric, if you're going to join Nearpod and if you needed credits for any of the Unit 2 quizzes, you will get them if you are in Nearpod right now, right?
I've already completed those quizzes.
With all perfect scores?
Yes, I have an 8.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on and look at my question 4. There will not be so many questions. This is question 4. And they gave us the equation 12z plus 2 equals 98. We want to see which word problem matches 12z plus 2 equals 98. We also have some key words. The z, the variable z, should represent something to do with each. This variable z has to do with something to do with each. Then the number constant is 2, right? 2 has to do with a one-time thing, one time or a starting amount. So look at these, and the total, you know, has to be 98. So read through these answers and see which one kind of satisfies the equation 12z plus 2 equals 98. These are some hints. So 12 happening each time, 12z means 12 happening each time, plus 2. 2 is a one-time amount, and the total gotta be 98. Right? Answer choice A says each. Oh, there's a word each. This is what I was trying to find. Each should have the letter Z. Each train car holds 12 tons of ore. That looks correct so far, right? 12Z means there gotta be the word each by 12. Then a production facility currently has 2 tons of ore, right? That means we start with 2 tons of ores. So 2 seems to be that one-time starting amount is plus 2. So far seems to be working. The production facility needs a total of 98 tons of ore. And the total is 98 tons of ore. So how many train cars of ore will be required to bring enough ore to the production facility? A very much satisfies the answer. And Ramida, very good. Joycelyn, very good. Roxella, very good. See, it's kind of very much like what, and Ramida, very good. This very much translates what the equation is saying. 12 each, and 2 is the starting amount. That's what they have right now. And to 98 is total. A looks right. Crystal agrees, and Daniel agrees. Jacob also agrees. Let's look at question 5. If you understand how to solve two-step equations, probably solving two-step inequalities will also be easy for you because it follows the same procedure. So step 1, get rid of your constant. Constant is minus 5. How will you undo a minus 5? Jacob, how will you undo a minus 5? We want to step 1, undo the minus 5. Let's see. Roxella, you did it right. Let's see. Yes, Daniel, I agree. Lily, this is Unit 2 quizzes. Thank you, Lily. This is Unit 2 quizzes. If you will attend and do Nearpod along with us, so I will give you credits for Unit 2. If you have some 4 out of 5 or some other grades, you can get to a perfect grade for Unit 2 quizzes if you will also be joining the Nearpod. Christine, welcome. Right, this is what this session is for. Okay, so you guys say we will add 5 to both sides. Let's go ahead and do that and see how it will look like. We add 5 to both sides. And see, after adding 5 to both sides, how the inequality looks like. Minus 5 plus 5 becomes a 0, z. And then we have 6x. Christine, thank you. We have 6x. We have a greater than symbol. How much is negative 29 plus 5? Negative 29 plus 5. Crystal, Daniel, Jacob, Joycelyn, there you go, Joycelyn, I agree. Robert, I agree. Roxella, I don't agree. Roxella. Those of you who are here, we are trying to make up Unit 2 quizzes by completing this Nearpod together. My session says it ends after 30 minutes, but we might have to stay a little bit longer, and that's okay to complete the questions that we have. We just have 2 more questions to complete, but we want to make sure everybody understands. Roxella, this number says negative 29 plus 5. That means somebody owes the bank 29 and deposits $5 in the account. The bank uses the $5 to pay off the owing. But you haven't still paid off completely, Roxella. We still owe $24. This is how you can think about in terms of money. Jacob, yes, you're right. It is 24, but it's going to be a negative 24. Are we going to flip the inequality symbol? No, because our coefficient 6 is a positive number, so no need to flip. We will divide both sides by 6. 6x divided by 6. Negative 24 divided by 6, and that will give us the answer. So x will be greater than how much? Robert, I agree to your answer, but Robert, your inequality symbol is missing. Joycelyn, your inequality. Oh, okay, I see your inequality symbol. Robert and Joycelyn. Jacob says 4. Yes, Jacob, you are right. 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4. But it is a negative 24, so you just put a negative sign because you're dividing negative 24 into 6 equal parts. And Jacob, that's going to be a negative 4. There you go. Elias, let me see yours. Yeah, negative 4. Daniel. Crystal. Show me details of your work, Crystal. Are there any questions? Andromeda, are you doing it on paper? Christine, what happened? Was there any part that confused you? Yeah, I said Crystal. We have Crystal in our class, but Crystal is in a different math session. No. We have a lot of similar names, Christine. Remember, we also had a Christina last time, and you got confused. We have Crystal. And right now, let's see, Crystal is completing the work. Almost everybody did. Let's go ahead and look at the next question. It will not only require you to solve, but also graph. This one right here. Also, keep in mind, as we have a negative coefficient, this is a negative coefficient, right? You will flip the inequality symbol. Does that make sense? Does that remind you guys, right? Negative 5 means we will flip the inequality symbol. Let's go ahead and solve. Step 1, get rid of your constant. Constant is the number by itself. It is a plus 10. Let me see how you will approach the question. Jacob, Daniel, Crystal, Elias, Joycelyn heading in the right direction. Roxella heading in the right direction. Jacob, to undo a plus 10, Jacob, to undo it, I will subtract because I see a plus. I will undo it by subtracting. Does that make sense, Jacob? Undoing. We gotta undo it. Daniel, very good. Elias, very good. So we subtract 10 on both sides. And this is how it will look like. A plus 10 minus 10 becomes 0 because they are inverses. No problem, Jacob. That's okay. That's okay. So then we have negative 5m is going to be greater than, Roxella, you are right, negative 35. It's going to be greater than negative 35. Joycelyn, you already got the answer. Very good. I agree to you. Very good. Very precise. You will divide both sides by negative 5. So you will get m by itself. When you divide both sides by a negative number, that flips the inequality symbol now to a less than. Then in the number line, this is the less than side. And then you have negative 5m divided by negative 5m by itself. Negative 35 divided by negative 5 is going to be how much? Think about it and let me know. Omar, welcome to class. Omar, join your part so we can help you with your grades. Roxella says it is going to be 7. Roxella, you're right. So numbers only less than 7 means you put a dot but don't shade it in. Open dot, right? Open dot. And all numbers less than 7 will be the solution. 7 and only numbers less than 7 will be the solution, right? So it is an open dot. It is not shaded in. Very good, Jacob. Jacob, open dot for less than. Roxella, very well graphed. Daniel, where is your graph? Crystal, graph. Elias, well done. Then we have our final question. The next one is going to be the final question for Unit 2 quizzes. Omar, I encourage you to join your pod because that's going to earn you some extra credit towards your Unit 2 quiz scores. Omar, I also encourage you to join tomorrow and on Friday. Right? Crystal, very good. Let's go ahead and move on and look at our last question. It is going to be like a word problem. Looks like this is the final question. So members of a community center are planning a field trip to the zoo. More than 50. See, it says more than 50. And all the answers are about more than 50. Greater than 50. More than 50 people will go on the trip. 10 people are provided their own transportation. So 10 is the constant. They have their own transportation. The rest of the people will ride in K vans. And each van carries 5 people. Remember, the word each tells you where the variable goes. Right? Each tells you where the variable goes. Robert, I agree to you. So 5K is a must. You should have a 5K in the inequality because there is a word each by 5. There should be a 5K in your inequality because each van is going to carry 5 people. So 5K should be greater than 50. Then our 10 is our constant. Joycelyn, Roxella, excellent. Roxella, you shown me mastery. Joycelyn, you shown me mastery. Robert, I'm going to go back. I know you have some really perfect grades in my class, but I will still go back and see where you need because you shown me mastery for Unit 2. Jacob, I'm so proud of you. I agree to you. D is correct. Very good, Jacob. Elias, you're still thinking? Yeah, D, very good. Daniel, what about you? Crystal, I didn't see your work here. Crystal. And Omar, I didn't see your work here. Right, so Roxella, you're good to go. Robert, Joycelyn, Jacob, Elias, Daniel, you guys are good to go. This does mark the end of our class. Thank you so much for joining. You have shown me mastery. Crystal, very good. And that marks the end of our session. We'll see one another tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.